Hello, I'm LuNEJuNE and welcome to the popular PvP deck series. In this video, this is the USA server edition. For the last couple of days, I've been playing on the US servers. Now, I'm not saying the US servers are bad or anything, but it's a lot more easier to win and it's more casual than the Korean servers. Lots of experimental decks that people use and off-meta style decks that people use. So this video will be mostly on decks that I have seen in the US servers and not in Korean servers. Let's dive into the video. I have no idea why people use this deck, and I am not bothering with trying to learn this deck whatsoever. I think it's a pretty bad deck since not only you cannot dodge assassins and recover from royal attacks because of the lack of switch, but you can't get harmony on your YinYang, meaning it's a lot harder. The pros are that you might be able to outlive other YinYang decks and maybe outgrow their assassin attacks, but in reality, you will get demolished by royal attacks. Pretty strong if let untouched, and weak to board affecting decks. SacYang is a variant that assassin users hate going against, mainly cause assassin is both weak to switch and sacrifice dice. The pros are that it's a YinYang deck, and the cons are because you have sacrifice, you might not be able to get a full board of YinYangs, causing you to die by another board that has full board YinYang. Strong against assassin decks and weak against royal decks. IxPhoon is pretty popular in the US servers it seems, and is pretty reliable. Thanks to Prism Battlefield skin, it is a lot more difficult for the enemy to recover the board when you spam IX. Pros are you can make the enemy confused by sending both bounty and IX. Cons are YinYang decks have supplement, meaning the attacks are useless. Strong against solar lunar variants and extremely weak against any sane YinYang deck. This deck has become more common after its initial appearance 2 weeks ago. This deck is fairly simple. If you have Prism level high enough where it will activate multiple times in a match, you pretty much dominated the game. If you don't have Prism however, I suggest using Sacrifice instead of Bounty. Pros are, as I said, it does well against pretty much any deck that doesn't have Sacrifice or Switch, but it plays poorly against decks with Sacrifice and Switch, mainly YinYang. I pretty much explained the strong and weak decks. If a deck doesn't have Sacrifice nor Switch, you won. If they are a YinYang deck, you lost. I am still surprised that GrowYang, one of my favorite decks, isn't on this list. This deck is pretty much like the Sacrifice variant where you basically outlive other decks. Pros are growth is a lot easier to get a full board harmony with YinYang, mainly cause of, it's growth. Cons are very fragile against royal decks and sometimes harder to dodge assassin cause of growth. Strong against SacYang specifically and weak against solar lunar variants and royal decks.